as a man, what do you consider a high-valued man?
Okay, so the kind of man I respect?
Yeah.
Okay, so the kind of man I respect is a few things. I came from absolutely nothing. I came from a single parent in government housing. I had no car, even at the age of 20. I was running to the gym. And now I've got 30 out, right? So I believe if you're a man and you're dedicated, you can have as much money as you decide to have. So if you're broke, it's 1,000% your fault. So you need money. That's the first thing. The second thing is I believe a man is physically capable. I want to make something clear. I don't care if it was one man or 50 men at that door. I was ready, right? And that's not me talking tough. That's me understanding my role as a man. My role as a man is, there's obviously a problem. What we're going to hide? We're going to go to the balcony? You understand? So bravery is one of them, but the easiest way to be brave is to be capable. If you're capable, then you're brave, right? So I think if you're a capable individual who's prepared to defend his woman to the death, and you can make sure that your woman always has a house to sleep in and food to eat, then you're a good enough man for most women. You understand what I'm saying about it? But obviously there's levels to the game, but that's basically it. If you're a dude who's waking up and you can't pay the bills and you can't do 10 push-ups,
you're not a man.
Then you're not a man.
You're a boy.
Then you're not a man. That's the reality of the game. If you don't respect something, you can't value anything. If you don't value anything, you can't be happy. It's kind of like if you're in a car traveling at 100 miles an hour, it doesn't feel fast, right? But when you're accelerating to 100, it feels fast. That's how life works. It's not about being in a particular place. It's about getting there. That's the only part that's fun. You know, being there is whatever. So if you're born with it, then I think life can be kind of sad. So yeah, I'm super happy I grew up broke in Newton on free school dinners. I'm super happy for that. And I'm not happy now that I have money. I'm happy that I've worked really, really hard, like you said, and achieved goals, whatever, whether they're kickboxing or financial or whatever. That's all life's about. That's all life's about.
The reality of the world is that beautiful women have all the choices in the world. If they have all the choices in the world and you're not competitive, how the fuck are you going to pull it off with a bit of game? We also talk about money. I want to make something clear about money. Getting rich is probably the worst thing that can happen to the majority of men. Most men are not ready for money. And I say this because I was broke for a very long time, lived a very difficult life, and then became rich. That's why I am, because money amplifies. So if you're the man first, and then you get rich, you're the man.
Yeah.
If you're a punk, and then you get rich, now you're a massive punk. It happens with crypto kids, right? I had one kid come to me, some 20-year-old kid who caught pump, some stupid coin, whatever. He made $86 million. And he came to me and he was like, Tate, I need your help. I have $86 million, blah, 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 my life's still shit. It's like, yeah, because now you're just a sugar daddy to a bunch of hoes who don't give a fuck about you, and you're a robbery target, and you're just hiding, and like your life's over now. You should have been the man first. You could have been a big G first. You can't even fucking pull a firearm. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, that's the worst thing that could happen to you, because you're never going to want to work hard. You're never going to want to network. You're never going to learn the skills. Before the modern period of wealth creation, because in Hustlers University, I teach people how to make money fast. Anybody. I teach you how to make as much money as you possibly can quickly. But in the old way, the old world, the only way you could make money was by talking to people, networking, sales, influence, all these things. You'd learn lessons along the way. By the time you had the money, you learned a lot about life.
Yeah.
But now you can skip all the lessons and just get the fucking money.
You're right.
And these dudes are a mess, right? So wealth is the worst thing that can happen to people. So we talk about how, money attracts girls. No, it fucking doesn't. Because in the realm of a beautiful woman, everybody's rich. She will only go on dates with a man who has a nice car and pays her dinner. She may not know who's richer than the other, but in her view, men just have money. Right. I talk to beautiful women, like genuine 10s. Oh, well, men have money. They don't even consider some men are poor because they've never spoken to one. Yeah. They don't know. Yeah. All men just have money from the sky. Men just have money.
That's a great point.
My point is, that's what the game is. The game is all about respect. And it's not even just about men and women. Society has always been this way. Since the dawn of time, since the dawn of human time, there used to be kings sitting somewhere in the Roman Empire, sending a letter on the back of a horse to Africa, threatening a motherfucker. And someone in Africa would read it and go, shit, I heard this guy's legit. You know what I'm saying? So the world has always been about respect. As a man, you need to be respected. And you're only going to be respected if you do things that people respect. And most of the time, those things are on the other side of fear. We talk about the world we live in today and the problem with girls, etc., etc. The real problem with the world is that there's an epidemic of cowardice. Men are cowards. We have an epidemic of cowardice. Everybody is so fucking afraid. It's on the other side of fear that you're going to garner the respect of other individuals. You have to do things that they're afraid to do, meaning most likely you are also afraid. I've done a bunch of shit I was afraid. I was afraid 87 times before I got in the ring and cage. It's scary, right? I lived a scary life. But by going through all of that, I am now respected. You have to learn to face your fear. I'm not saying not be afraid, because that's not brave. If you do something and you're not afraid, you're not brave. You have to be afraid and do it anyway. That's what courage is. So I'm not saying you can be as scared as you want, but you still have to go. This also ties into why you need to create your reality. I'll give you an example, man. Everybody around me is brave. I don't hang around with cowards. You have to understand that I've created my reality to the point now where I can only make the bravest decision because everybody I speak to is brave. There's no bitchness in my realm. I'm rich enough that everybody I correlate my existence with, everybody I conversate with, is saying do the brave thing. There's literally no realm for being a coward. So how can I be the only coward in my peer group? Am I gonna be the only pussy amongst all the men I talk to? No. They say you're some of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So even if you're sitting here right now and you know you're a little bitch, why are you not hanging around with brave men? Because there's a magical power amongst men. And it's a magical power which has been forgotten and lost. When you put enough men in the same room, there's a transference of energy that makes us feel invincible.
I really am a believer that if you're an able-bodied man in the West, you can get your life together. I don't care how bad it starts. I don't care, like, I have a sub story, you have a sub story, Mike has a sub story. None of us had a perfect start. If you're an able-bodied man with the right mindset, there's no reason to live anything other than a nice, good, comfortable life. You're gonna be a billionaire. You're gonna have a wife who respects you. You're gonna have children. You're gonna have money in the bank, and everything's gonna be fine. And that's my personal view.
Tall, muscular, you can shoot guns, all this stuff you talk about, right?
Yeah.
Some people aren't tall.
Yeah.
Naturally tall. What would you do if you weren't tall?
All right. So firstly, let's accept something. God has favorites.
Does he?
He certainly does.
Okay.
And I'm one of them. As are you, Mikey. Look at your nice, beautiful smile.
Thank
He
you
gave
so
it to you.
much.
God gave it to you,
Yeah.
right? So God does have favorites, but it's not even about that. For the longest period of human time, for a man to be respected, for him to even be admired by society on any level, to some degree, he had to be a warrior. That's what men did. We fought.
Right.
That's what men did. We fought. So if you're out here as a man and you have no battle in your life, no conquest in your life, no form of war in your life, then what you do? And it doesn't have to be physical. Physical is the best example of it. Every woman wants a boxer or a cage fighter. Of course you do. Like
Well, biologically, yes, because it means that, like, if for me, everything is evolution, right?
Completely.
So it means that if one day the government's coming, which they're coming, you want to know that he can physically protect you and the family, right?
Exactly. So every woman wants a boxer or a cage fighter, but this is the testament to the problem of the modern world, right?
Right.
Every single man watching this knows that women want fighters. Every single man watching this would love to be able to say he's a fighter, but 99% of the men watching this will not go fight because they are afraid. They're all cowards. They'll make up every excuse under the sun. Oh, I was busy with my Bitcoin. Oh, do. You're all a bunch of pussies. They are pussies, all of them. That's all they are. They're pussies. And women can smell that. So if you want to have a woman who truly respects you, you need to put yourself through war in some form. Now, what most men do is they avoid physical confrontation because they're cowards, and they start doing physical confrontation. This is why men are so obsessed with money, because it's a degree of conquest. We can no longer walk the earth and conquer land, right? It's not like the olden days where we could just walk around as the Romans and just chop somebody up and take their land. So now we conquer the land financially. This is why men will work so hard to be a CEO and give up his whole life just to be a CEO, because then he gets to feel like he's conquering something. Men have that innate desire for conquest. So that's the second best thing, I guess, is to get rich. I mean, it's not a bad thing to be rich, certainly not. But if someone were to say to me, look, you have to build the archetype of an individual, you have to build a man from the ground up, and he has to be respected by both men and women, he'd be a dude getting in the cage, kicking the shit out of people. And every man knows this, and every man can do it.
Honor was all anybody had for a long time, right? Honor was it. Honor was all it was. And even to this day, with all the businesses I run, every single one I run in Romania, everything I've launched inside the war room, all of it is based on a handshake. I say, look, if you don't trust me enough and I don't trust you enough to put $1 million in each on this on a handshake, then we ain't doing it. I ain't doing contracts. I ain't suing people. I got shit to do. I ain't got time for that, right? So I am absolutely all about my work. That's who I am as an individual. My last name is all I have. It's all I was born with. It's all I was given. And I'm absolutely about honor as a whole. And it's disappearing from the world. And one of the biggest reasons it's disappearing from the world is because of the internet. Because the internet, we're living in a brand new time. I think it was Mike Tyson who said it. Social media has made people far too comfortable with disrespecting men because there's no chance of getting smashed in the face. If you say a fraction of the things to someone's face that they're saying in these YouTube videos, it's on. Yeah. But they're just sitting there running their mouths. The worst thing about it is it's awfully feminine. Because that's what women do. Shout at each other without physical confrontation. They'll just yell for an hour and a half. That's female. In the male world, if I were to come up to you out of nowhere and start shouting, within about 3 or 4 seconds, it's on. I'm gonna either attack you or you're gonna attack me, right? That's what men do. So this whole, we're on the internet and everyone's just shouting at each other, it's awfully fucking feminine. It's a shame. And that's why a lot of the honor is disappearing. We need to instill some receipts. We need to instill a culture of, look, if you're gonna say something, back it up. And if you don't do that, the people who are proponents of this culture and pay attention to the videos should instantly call you out on it. We need the fans and the people who watch this video. Next time you watch a video of a guy who claims something, where's the proof? Everything I say, I'll show you. You wanna see pictures of my webcam studio? You wanna see me and my beautiful girls? You ask for it. It's all here on my phone. Yeah, it's all there. All my cards, it's all on my Twitter accounts, all on my Instagram accounts, all there. If you're gonna allow people to just grift without receipts, then you deserve what's coming to you.